When I received the original diagnosis, I think I was in shock. I didn't quite know how to react.
When I heard that my husband was diagnosed with cancer, I think like anyone, the bottom of your stomach just drops.
When I found out it was cancer, I think that just kind of changed my world.
Lymphoma is a different cancer than other cancers. Leukemia and lymphoma are blood cancers. They're not solid tumor cancers, they're blood cancers. They can flow anywhere in the body.
When the doctor told us, my husband got tears in his eyes, and when the doctor walked out of the office to give us time alone, he cried. And I just put my arms around him and said, "We're gonna fight, we're gonna win."
The scariest part about being diagnosed with peripheral T-cell lymphoma is the fact that for majority of patients, majority of families, physicians, caregivers, it is invisible. It is a rare disease.
T-cell leukemias and lymphomas are so rare that in many cases there is no standard treatment to this day. Most oncologists are out of date. You need someone who specializes in them that is up to the minute to provide you with the assurance that you might need of the promising new trials, promising new drugs.
T-Cell Leukemia Lymphoma Foundation is on a mission to help patients with one of the rarest types of lymph node or immune system cancer. We realized that patients with these diseases are real in the dark. When they're diagnosed with real lymphomas and they start looking into finding information about the disease, about the diagnosis, about the treatments, there's really not much out there.
It's difficult to learn anything positive about T-cell lymphomas or leukemias from the web.
Because when you go on the internet and you find that, hey, there's not that many people with this particular disease, or you don't even find that much information about this disease, you kind of wonder, how many people are there out there just like me or have been through this road.
At the time I was diagnosed, I was considered stage 4. Now, stage 4 in most cancers is very bad. Stage 4 lymphoma is still treatable. With the amount of disease that I had, if it did not respond to treatment, realistically, I say 6 months I had left to go.
So Ben changed physically on the outside, but he never changed mentally. Physically, cancer picked away at him every day. It picked and it picked and it picked. He lost 50 pounds over the course of 11 months that he fought his cancer. And when he passed away, with my daughter and me by his side, my husband would say to me, "Don't cry, be strong." And I'll never forget those words.
I'm inspired to fight it because life is worth living. That's basically the long and the short of it. It's within us, the will to live.
I truly believe that our foundation provides hope for patients with rare disease. We are there for patients and their families, and I truly believe we make a huge difference in their lives.
First, through meeting Dr. Shuzov, he explained to me, what this disease is all about, how rare it is. There might be some clinical trials and new drugs, and if it's a matter of, what you can do to get to survival, you got to do it.
At that precise time, a clinical trial opened, and that particular trial put me in remission for 4.5 years.
Clinical trials are extremely important for patients with T-cell lymphomas, and I truly believe that it does change persons' lives and it does save live patients with T-cell lymphomas.
Clinical trials is advancing the game, it's advancing science. It is the potential to help yourself and the potential to help everyone that comes after you with a similar diagnosis.
I'm really appreciative about being here and sitting here and telling my story. I know not all of my friends who have gone through this have been able to survive. So, I'm grateful for every day I wake up and have to be grateful for that fact and be able to, live my life and move forward.
He missed her 21st birthday. He's gonna miss graduation from college. And she's gonna miss having her daddy walk her down the aisle someday. So my heart hurts for her because I can't bring him back.
We're not alone in this process, that we can take steps towards recovery and that, brighter days are ahead and we'll get there.
But I also know that I have to move on, I have to move forward, that I have a purpose in life. That purpose is helping the T-Cell Leukemia Lymphoma Foundation to help support their mission of finding a cure.
Money drives the fight, and a steady stream of revenue for this tiny corner of the cancer world is necessary if we're going to save other people with the same diagnosis that I received. There's always hope. There's always hope.
In the future, patients diagnosed with T-cell lymphomas can hear that they're going to be cured of their disease, and they will see their kids graduate, they will be able to retire happily, and this lymphoma is not going to take their life anymore.